Hey guys, it's Beth from Ironton, Ohio. I want to talk right now about one specific thing. Now, I'm going to be doing several videos, maybe tonight, maybe not, about CPS here in Ironton, about the police department and the sheriff's department and the deaths and the I'll look up the correct data for you. But I'm just going to touch base with a few things, okay? Now, when I was on city council, and I won't say her name, a lady approached city council wanting to know if we would be interested in having the first medical marijuana dispensary here in Ironton. Well, okay, so I voted for it. I voted for it. Who created that plant? Okay, so anyway, and it didn't pass, of course. So that dispensary that could have been here in Ironton, making millions of revenue, maybe not have offered many jobs, but we do have down here in Lawrence County the growing facility. Now who okayed that? Okay, but that's fine. But Ironton, ooh, NIMBY, not in my backyard. Okay, so anyway, here's what was on the news, and I'll let you listen to it. Now, this was February 22nd, 2019. Okay, now we had the opportunity to have that business here. Okay, NIMBY. Okay, here we go.
Marijuana was available for sale in limited parts of Ohio, and state leaders say nearly $1 million worth of it has been sold.
And this week, a dispensary in Jackson opened its doors. So we met up with the owner, who's excited about what's in store for the region and patients who've been anxiously awaiting this kind of relief. Elizabeth Suarez reports.
Jackson County is known for its apples, but soon it might be known for another plant. On Wednesday, Buckeye Botanicals opened in Jackson. The medical marijuana dispensary is one of the first to open in the state and the only dispensary to open in our region. Some driving as far as 4 hours away to get their medication.
I'm glad we're open and can help.
Brianna Bennett drove from Columbus to get treatment for her PTSD that she developed after she witnessed a murder.
I have anxiety, I have panic attacks. It's just hard to deal with.
Although she wishes the distance were shorter, she's hoping medical marijuana will ease her symptoms.
This is my first go about with it, so I'm just hoping for the best.
For now, the medication they're dispensing can only be vaped, but they're hoping to expand their variety in the near future.
Eventually, we'll have some form of edibles, tinctures, concentrates.
Co-owner Eric Ryan knows that there are people who disagree with medical marijuana, but he's seen it change people's lives. For example, Charlotte's Web, a strain of cannabis,
which was a pioneer for helping children with epilepsy and seizures.
Hoping to relieve people's symptoms one bud at a time.
So we're making a difference in the community.
Elizabeth Suarez, WSAZ News Channel 3, Jackson, Ohio.
So at this time, they're able to fill 90-day prescriptions for patients, and they're hoping to expand their hours very soon.
Now, only those who are registered in the Ohio medical marijuana program will be able to receive the drug. For more information on those requirements, you can go to WSAZ.com.
We sure will, Tim. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so
It's been more than a month since
hold on. He wants to tell me again.
For sale in limited parts of Ohio, and state leaders say nearly $1 million worth of it has been sold.
Million.
Dispensary in Jackson opened its doors, so we met up with the owner, who's excited about what's in store for the region and patients who've been anxiously awaiting.
Okay. Anyway, so let's think about this, okay? Well, let's we can if you Google the Buckeye Botanicals, it'll tell you how much revenue that brought in, and that Buckeye Botanicals is on the same lot of the Ohio State Patrol in Jackson County, Ohio. Okay, revenue, big time. Regardless of what you believe or what you've been told or what you've seen, or in all my years in law enforcement and being around a lot of people that participate in that, I've never seen anybody murder or attack anybody. Now whiskey might do you that way, but no. But anyway, I'm glad to see that 57% of the people here passed that recreational thing, and it's a shame that how many how many years since Earth was created. And now we're finding there's people still in prison for weed. Okay, just like if they're still in prison for weed, and now it's recreational, don't you think those people should get out? Now, buddy, you can have a meth and fentanyl on you, and you'll get 12 months or get out in 30 days on judicial release. But I don't smoke that weed. Okay, anyway, so that was February 22nd, 2019. Okay, what kept us from having that facility here in Ironton? I voted for it. So, city council didn't vote for it. The rest of them didn't vote for it, okay? But look at the revenue. So who picks and chooses what business are going to come here? Now, that's when we get into the investors, okay? The investors, not the politicians, the corporate investors and all these people that have invested in all these rehabs and all that stuff. Now, we're making millions a day. Like I said before, a friend of mine was standing up in the Lawrence County Fair in Proctorville and heard a certain commissioner laugh and say, "Oh, money's coming in so fast we can't spend it." But boy, after that Medicaid runs out, you're out on the street, homeless. Okay. So anyway, we've covered that. Okay. And you can just simply Google and find out how much money in revenue that the city of Ironton could have had. Okay. We could have had that. Okay. Regardless, we could have had it. We could have had it here. And, voodoo. Nobody, let's, old money, people. Old money. Now, if you don't know that term, Google it, okay? Okay, let me get back here and see what else I was going to talk about. And you can go to WSAZ, and they're very informative on things they want to be informative about, okay? Now, you can research the whole marijuana issue 2. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about is how many paid fire departments, paid firefighters are there in Lawrence County, Ohio? You can look that up for yourself, okay? So, and how many fires are there a week? How many fires are there in a month? Now, I'm all for the fire department, okay? And if my house burns and they take their time getting here, that's fine. I'll go. I'm going to heaven. I'll go any way I go out. I'm going to heaven. And it's God's will. They've been to my house twice in 26 years. The first time I called them because my electric meter blew up. But I had a fire extinguisher, and before they got here, I put it out myself. And there's several people that witnessed that. But anyway, and the second time was 3 firefighters coming to my door and going and peeking through my privacy fence to warn me about me burning firewood in my fire pit. Although both neighbors on both sides had burning the same night and have continued to. And I have probably 60 videos of people burning, and I haven't addressed that, but I will. Okay, so we talked about that, and let's talk about CPS for a minute. CPS, now, if you check into that, there are requirements for you to be Child Protective Services employee, and you have to be 18 years old, okay? Now, at 18 years old, if you don't have any kids, and you're not certified in anything, how do you know anything about raising kids? Now, if you're 18 years old, how much responsibility do you really have? How much knowledge do you have about what's right and what's wrong? And are you God? Do you have control to take away a man's child from Kentucky and bring that child over here to its mother in Ohio? I don't think so. And I think we know why a certain person left after somebody did a YouTube video about that whole situation. Now, bear with me here. And by the way, I got a white shirt on tonight. And I feel so fascinated by what happened today. I got this from Amazon today. And you know what? It was I had a personal address on it. Simon Cowell sent me this white shirt. And Simon says, don't mess with Beth. That's what Simon says. Okay, anyway. I will be back here in a minute, and I will give you more factual information. I'm going to make sure of my data before I do that. Now, I'm going to be returning some calls, and I'll be talking about domestic violence. I'll be talking about several things. I've got like so many notes here. But I'll be talking about a lot of things. And you can check out Child Advocacy Center. Try Googling that, okay? Now, I'm not going to Google everything for you people. I mean, I've told you, you know how to spell it, and you know how to use it, okay? So I'm not going to waste my time explaining and repeating and say, Google, and spell it. I'm not going to spell it anymore. I've said it enough. That record's tired. Everybody's tired of hearing that. Okay, so anyway, I will be back here in a little bit, and let's think about the whole issue about how much money, how much revenue could the city of Ironton made if they would have just been the first dispensary here in Ironton, or just think about that. And so it didn't pass, and they went to Jackson. Wow. Why wouldn't you want money coming to your citizens? Why wouldn't you? Now, I'm not sure about how many jobs that would offer, but I'm sure the growing facility down here in Orange County, has a lot of employees, and I'll check into that when I get a chance. Okay, so we'll be talking about some things, and there's another special little police thing I'm going to be talking about with IPD here, and some of these younger fellas, and I literally mean younger fellas, not men, younger fellas, okay? And I will also be talking about a certain individual that I'm working a case on, and no, I'm not, I'm a concerned citizen. I can say whatever I want to. But anyway, let's see here. Randy Thompson, honey. Not good, honey. You guys can retire. You can get that pension, but, that karma will creep right back up on you, honey. But anyway, I'm going to get off here for a minute. I'm going to do a little bit of research, and I'll get back to you here in a minute, okay? Beth Risk, God bless. Ironton, Ohio.